Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now I'm out here in Sacramento for the 2025 World's Strongest Man. I'm going to get straight into the action, but I want to quickly talk about the events. So we've got 5 events in the heats, 5 events in the final. Now they've changed the format this year, so out of the 5 groups, so there's 25 athletes spread across 5 groups. If you win your event, you don't just win your group, your time is then compared against all the other groups, and if you get the fastest time out of all the other groups, you get 10 points additional going into the final. So, it's very surreal how this is all working this year, but I actually think it's going to make a fun World's Strongest Man final, because it means the athletes have got to work twice as hard in the heats to make sure they win every event to get maximum points going into the final. So athletes could be going into the final with 10 points before they've even started, which is a massive advantage. So first event in the heats is the loading medley, and we've got to load these sandbags that range in from 300 to 350 pounds into the back of a Tesla truck. Fastest time wins. First group up, group 1 is Jakob Schoenwinkel, Thomas Evans, Austin Andrade, Tom Stoltman and Eddie Williams. Now Tom Stoltman is obviously last year's winner, and he's an amazing loader, so I think Tom Stoltman's going to win, and then I'm going to go Eddie Williams for second place, because he's just a massive Samoan man, just so athletic, over 400 pounds in body weight. So Eddie Williams should win this event, and or second place, sorry. So we'll let the action. I can only put stills of the event, I'm sorry, but I can talk over it and you can get a good idea of what's going on. So we'll get this event done and out the way, and I'll come back and recap the points. Right, event 1 done for group 1. So first place was Tom Stoltman in 38.7 seconds. That was lightning fast, as we expected. Tom won. Second place, like I predicted, Eddie Williams with 44.7. Third was Tom Evans with 48.5, so 3 seconds behind. Jakob Schoenwinkel on 50.3, and then Austin Andrade on 53.3. So Tom Stoltman winning that first event by 9 seconds. So that puts him in good stead with all the other groups. So let's hope that Tom, basically that time is going to set the precedence for all the other groups after. So group 2, if someone does 37 seconds, that means they beat Tom, which means they get another point going into the final. So this is pretty fun. I really do like this change this year. I think it's terrible for the athletes, if I'm being honest. I think having to give 100% for 10 events over 4 days is very taxing. We've got 2 days of heats, no rest day, and then 2 days of final. So 10 events in total, and they've got to give 100% on those 10 events. So it's going to be grueling. I think we're going to see a lot of athletes collapsing, gasping for air. It's not going to be fun for these guys. There's a lot of events like cardio, repetition, 1 or 2 max events in the final. But yeah, this is going to be very tough. Right, group 2. Coming up now, we've got Paddy Haynes from Great Britain, Mitchell Hooper, Matthew Ragg, Wesley Dewinski and Bryce Johnson. So Mitchell Hooper, in my opinion, is going to be the favourite for this event. He's just looking on fire at the minute, and then I'm going to say Matthew Ragg is going to be getting the second place. So Mitchell Hooper up next. Now Hooper was second place last year. He won it the year before. He has won every single show thus far since the World's Strongest Man, the Rogue Invitational, the Arnold Classic. He's won virtually every single Giants live show that he's entered. So yeah, you cannot cancel Mitchell Hooper out. Last year at World's Strongest Man, he ripped the skin off his hands in the first event, and I saw that, like his hands had no skin on them whatsoever. And I believe that cost him winning the final last year. I believe, he had the strength, he had the capabilities. That one mistake, perhaps picking up that frame one too many times, cost him the final. So he'll be very eager to prove people wrong and get that title back again for a second time. Group 2 up now. Right, group 2 is just done. Mitchell Hooper won the group. 38.6. That means he beat Luke Stoltman by 0.1 of a second. So that's bad news for Tom Stoltman straight away. Second was Paddy Haynes. Fair play, Paddy. You really are a phenomenal athlete. You did all 4 implements in 41 48.26, and then third was Matthew Ragg, 43.7. Wesley Dewinski, 49.14, and Bryce Johnson, 51.83. So Mitchell Hooper wins that group, but he also beats Tom Stoltman by 0.1. So I'm going to assume Mitchell Hooper is going to be very, very happy with that result. And yeah, it's all mind games at this point. There's that 0.1 of a second is giving him a massive advantage over Tom in the final, so that's going to be interesting. Right, next group is going to be group 3. Lucas Hatton is looking absolutely phenomenally strong on social media. I think he put 272 kilos above his head the other day in a behind the head jerk, which is incredible. Like literally insane. The thought of putting over a quarter ton above your head is just insane. We've got Shane Flowers in his group, Ray O'Neill, Matthias Kaliskowski, and Evans Nana. Now, Matthias Kaliskowski, he's come second at World's Strongest Man twice. So he's had a lot of injuries, but he's been doing well behind the scenes, winning competitions. I think he just won the Serbian Power Federation in Strongman, beating Thor. So he's looking on fire. So Group 3 should be a good group, but well done to Mitchell Hooper. Fair play. Right, Group 3 has just happened. So Shane Flowers won the event group with 40.13, which puts him, I'm going to say, in the top 4 overall. So well done to Shane, that's really good. If he makes it into the final, it's going to give him good points. Ray O'Neill was second with 42.3. Evans Nana, it's not funny. Okay, just because Evans here doesn't mean it's his nana, okay? Just stop laughing, Phil, okay? Evans Nana 44.9, and then Matthias Kaliskowski did 46.28, but he dropped, I think it was the third sandbag, he dropped it on the floor, had to re-pick it up, put it back on, probably cost him, did it cost him 6 seconds? I don't know, but it cost him a lot of time anyway, it probably cost him second place. And then Hatton, Lucas Hatton, was 4 and 48, so fair play to Shane Flowers. Like that is that's an astounding result for him. Second time at World's Strongest Man. To win an event like a loading event is very, very tough. So fair play to him. The next event's Group 4. We've got Luke Richardson, who has just gone back off the Europe Strongest Man. Absolutely phenomenal. We've got Trey Mitchell, Andre Foytu, Tristan Hof, and Maxine Boudreau. So Luke Richardson, last time he was here 2 years ago, ripped his left bicep off loading a barrel in the loading event. Very first event of World's Strongest Man, so he was out. These are sandbags this year, so a lot easier on the biceps, but that's definitely going to be playing on his mind. But Luke Richardson, in my opinion, should win this event. He's very fast, very explosive, very fit. And then Tristan Hof is looking really strong as well. So I'm going to go for those two, first and second. Right, Group 4 down. Andre Foytu won the event with 42.55. Maxime Boudreau was second with 42.8, just behind. Trey Mitchell was third with 49.6. Tristan Hof, fourth with 51.6. And then Liam Richardson, like I said just before, he tore his bicep last year on the very first event, the loading event, and he's done exactly the same just now. I ran up to him after the event, checked his tendon's still attached. So for those that don't know, usually when you tear your bicep, the tendon rips off the forearm and rolls up. So the tendon's still there, but the muscle has torn. So which is, in terms of recovery, is a lot better, but it's going to probably hinder him for the rest of the competition. So very sorry, Luke Richardson. I was praying for nothing for that to happen, and again, that probably in your head, you were probably overthinking picking up stuff. It's just, it doesn't help when stuff like that happens. It just makes you more tense and actually makes you more likely to get injured again. So very sorry, Luke Richardson. Group 5, and Group 5 we have Andrew Flynn, the phenomenon from the UK. We've got Evan Singleton, the T-Rex. He is looking massive this year. I got to say, he looks like 370, 380 pounds and no fat on him whatsoever. Stacked. He's going to be a dangerous component, very aggressive in his movements as well. Forgive my butchery of the name, Nick Guardione, and then Luke Stoltman and Pavlo Kordiaka. That is a tough heat. That's a very tough heat. We've got some great movers in that event. Andrew Flynn's a great mover. Evan Singleton's a great mover. I don't know what Nick is capable of, I'm sorry. Luke Stoltman's very fast, and Pavlo Kordiaka. This could literally beat anybody's in Group 5. So this is going to be, in my opinion, the closest heat of them all. Let's find out. Group 5 has just finished. We've got Pavlo Kordiaka. Finished all four at 38.61. I'm pretty sure that puts him in second place, just behind Mitchell Hooper, which puts Tom Stoltman in third place overall, but we'll come back to that. Luke Stoltman second in 4 and 41.21. That's phenomenal. Nick Guardione, third and 41.3, and then Flynn 45.6, and Singleton looked like he tore his bicep on the third sack to pick up. He just looked like he's holding his arm. I'm going to assume he heard a pop, felt a crunch, and his bicep's gone, but we'll get updates on that shortly. So the overall points, this is where it gets dead interesting for me. So basically, we've just done event 1, all groups have done event 1. The winner, it goes like a system. So basically, if you come like first in the first event, fifth in the second, whatever, it's like that all adds up to your placing overall. So if you come first overall in the heats, you go into the final with 10 points. So coming first place in the heats on every event is super important. It gives you such a big head start. So overall, Mitch Hooper got the fastest time of 38.6. Pavlo Kordiaka second with 38.61. That's literally like human error. Tom Stoltman was 38.7. And then a couple of seconds back, Shane Flowers, fair play to you, lad. Fourth place overall, 40.13. Luke Stoltman, 41.2. Fair play to you as well. Nick Guardione in 41.34. Rain O'Neill, 42.6. Andre Foitu, 42.5, and then Maxime Boudreau in 42.8. So, I mean, that's like 4 seconds is separating 10 guys there. But Mitchell Hooper wins the first event overall in his group, and that puts him in good stead to be getting good points. So, we're going to end that there. Great start to the first event of the World's Strongest Man. The next event is deadlift for reps. I'm not sure what the weight or apparatus is, but we'll get into that in the next video. So keep your eyes peeled. I'm going to keep you updated with the action. And I'll be grabbing some interviews now between now and the next events. Hopefully on the next episode, I'll grab some interviews with Mitchell Hooper and Tom Stoltman and see how they're feeling and see how these new rules are adjusting to them. All right, guys. See you in a bit. Big love.